Hello, Titan Committee. This is Megan Dietrich, one of the lead recruiters out of the San Francisco office. I am delighted to nominate Devin Madsen for the 2025 Titan Award. We have some wonderful testimonials of, the reasons why we believe Devin is a Titan. So please sit tight and enjoy.
Hi, Titan Committee. I want to nominate Devin Madsen for the Titan Award. As her VP and someone who was on my original OG sales team, she has always represented everyone matters. To Dev, everyone has always mattered. Even though she's the #1 account manager in the company right now, pacing to break 200K, she shows up for others all of the time. She's always asking for ways that she can help the San Francisco office grow. She lifts people up. She's a steady pace. She's encouraging, and she does so much for those around her. Dev, I hope this brings a tear to your eye because you always do so much for everyone else, and this is us doing for you. I hope you win this award. Thank you for all that you do for our company. Thank you for always checking in on me. Thank you for your care, your love. You're the best. Crossing my fingers.
Hi, Titan Committee. I am submitting this video because I think Devin Madsen absolutely deserves to be a Titan, and I can't believe she hasn't been one already. Devin was actually my account manager when I was an R1 a couple of years ago, and I feel like everyone's going to be talking about how she is the epitome of high character and hard work. So that absolutely could not be more true, but I wanted to talk about a different one, and leadership is here to serve, because she was my AM. I seriously can't imagine my time with Insight Global if it weren't for Devin Madsen. She is my biggest idol, the person that I think everyone else in our office aspires to be. When I was an R1, I had absolutely no idea what Devin did on a day-to-day basis because I could barely get through the day myself. But I seriously felt like her whole role was just there to help me. She was always available. She was always willing to role play, willing to help out, willing to answer any and all questions that I had, and I had a lot of them. I seriously thought her entire role was just to help me. I had no idea that she was insane account manager with this insane portfolio and territory and evergreen deals because of her willingness and selflessness and availability for me. She seriously taught me everything that I know, and I still think on a day-to-day basis, like, what would Devin do? Would she call this client? What would she say? How would she reply? Because I think that she is just the best salesperson that this company has. But more importantly, she was the best mentor and the best leader that I could have asked for. Still to this day, she is the most servant-hearted, selfless person that there is. She's actually splitting part of her territory with me and is always available no matter what time of day that I call or set a meeting on her calendar or ask her a million questions. I feel like she is still there for me, just like she was few years ago. So I don't think that there's anyone else that deserves the Titan Award more than Devin Madsen.
Hi. Devin Madsen, or Devin Wool. She is the definition of a Titan. She is the hardest working person that I've ever worked with, bar none. There's zero hesitation in my mind when I say that. She is somebody who, in the face of any sort of adversity, digs her heels in deeper. When a client says no, when she gets a call on a Friday that a project's being cut, she digs in further and finds a solution. We did actually have that situation. We had a client call us and at the end of the year and say, this handful of people, about 10K in spread, we just decided that it's no longer serving us, so we're going to cut this project into the new year. And we had told all of these consultants that their project was going to be extended. So Devin, instead of just saying, okay, I understand, which most people would do, I think I definitely would do, she just said, well, why isn't it working, and how can we figure this out? And within a week, she had come up with a solution to relocate, break up these individual teams, transition them into different teams to help with this permitting process, set up a training for each individual consultant that fit the new need. And now these consultants have been working for an additional year on this project. So just a small example of the way that Devin thinks. She is faced with these challenges and she just says, okay, well, I'm going to figure this out. And that's professionally. And personally, she is just somebody who cares about every single person. I mean, she's a 150K account manager, and she has a relationship with every single consultant. She will just update me. Oh, I just talked to Briley. Oh, I just talked to Prabha. She's feeling a little bit upset about work, or she's not getting this attention. So here's the plan. Here's what I'm going to do. I already talked to the client. I called her back. Like, she makes the time of day for every single person and makes them feel valued. Recently, she shared a GoFundMe for one of her consultants who had one of their children pass away because of an ailment. And not to mention that she herself has had a battle with fertility, and it took her multiple years and multiple miscarriages to get pregnant. She shares that very publicly. And through that, I mean, she didn't miss a beat. She always showed up. She always showed up for me. She always showed up for Megan, who we partner a lot with, and showed up for all of our consultants and all of our clients. She goes on a vacation and she's working the whole time. And not to say that that is what people should do, but she just genuinely cares that much. And she is just selfless. She's just the most hardworking. And when I think of Titan and somebody that embodies all of our shared values, you'd have to find things in her character that don't make her that, and you genuinely can't. So she deserves this more than anybody, and I could go on, but you need to make her a Titan. This is made for her.
Dev, hopefully if you're seeing this, you've been nominated as Titan and won. This was like a no-brainer when I was asked to send this in about you. You are a Titan in every single way. No matter what room you are in, you are the hardest person that is working in that room. And that's been true about you since the day you stepped through the doors at Insight Global. Every single year, having the pleasure of managing you directly, the goals you set out for yourself are they sound so astronomical, and then you absolutely dominate them, and the next big milestone comes. You are relentless in every single way to find success, but also to take care of the people around you. You are such an amazing mom to Tanner, and wife and daughter and sister, and to have a front row seat to watch you create this amazing, amazing career while also go through the hardships of becoming a mom is just a testament to your character, while simultaneously taking care of your entire family. I know that there is nothing that you wouldn't do for the people that you love. You are so, so incredibly deserving of this award. I feel so proud to have you as a friend and just the badass woman that you are in this region. I love you endlessly. Congratulations on this nomination and winning Titan.
Devin is a Titan in so many ways, all of our shared values, but she truly cares for everyone at another level, whether it be through her partnerships with Evergreen or her recruiters, her consultants, and with the BCL that she manages. She consistently just gets the best feedback, and she's always wanting to be 1% better. I have not known her for her entirety of her career, but in knowing her for the last 2 years, I have also just seen her just grow immensely as a person, as a professional, and I just couldn't be happier to see her get recognized for this. I love you so much, Dev. You have become such a friend to me and a confidant, and thank you for everything that you do for San Francisco, for our PG&E team, and to help all of those around you be better. So love you, and I'm so excited.
I am incredibly excited to nominate Miss Devin Madsen as the Titan. Now, you're likely familiar with the name Devin Madsen. She has a life-size photo in corporate because she was the IGT President's Award winner last year. She's also the top account manager in Spread and IGT in our company. She pioneered AES service offerings with Ted and Trevor over the last 9 years. And she is a lights out salesperson. There's no question about that. But what makes her a Titan is
Devin is a fantastic human being. To know Devin's heart is to love her. Now, I've had the pleasure of interacting with quite a few Titans in my time, and the feeling that when I leave a conversation with a Titan is I leave feeling inspired, and I leave feeling better than when I entered that interaction with the person. And that's exactly how I feel when I interact with Devin. Now, Devin has a lot going on in her day, right? She manages an OCL of almost 200 people. She also goes on 30 client meetings a week, like it's no big deal, every week. And she's busy, but Devin never makes you feel like she's busy and you're bothering her in her day. She is 100% there intentionally when she shows up to a meeting with you, to an interaction with you, and she makes everyone feel like that. Now, this is Devin. This is just her operating as she does. This is Devin as a human. Now, Devin has had a equally really tough and amazing last couple of years. And I think what makes Devin so special is while she's battled through some terrible family tragedies by losing her sweet baby niece, Darby, she's also welcomed her son, Tanner, who's absolutely perfect. And she has gone through all of this by letting you know where she stands. And I think that's what makes Devin so special, is that every time she's going through something, or maybe she's having a fantastic day, she's going to let you know where she's at so she can show up as the best version of herself in that moment. And I think that's what makes Devin so special. It allows her to connect so much easier with people. And it's just such a great quality. I'm so lucky to sell alongside Devin. I'm lucky to call her a great friend of mine. And Devin just has the heart of an angel. She's absolutely fantastic. She deserves this more than anyone. She shows up the best version of herself. She's a fantastic salesperson, but an even better person. She embodies all of our shared values. Devin really is a Titan. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Justina Greenholz. I'm a program director within AES. I oversee GIS and business analytics. I would like to share some thoughts on Devin Madsen. She's one of the best account managers that I've ever worked with. Since I have joined the company over 2.5 years ago, I had the pleasure of working with her from the get-go, and since then we have grown her business exponential. She understands her job, she understands her business, she's empathic, she's professional, she's assertive, and most of all, she learns the business, she learns is this a GIS project? She learns the concept of GIS of every single project, and she knows how to intelligently talk about the business. Recently, we have worked on 2 change orders where for the first time within the PG&E space, we were able to execute standalone contract where we were able to add 10 new labor classifications and increase by 25% every single bill rate. That only happened because we had a phenomenal relationship with Devin, where she would share information from the stakeholder. We would brainstorm how to respond to every single message, and that collaborations, that work for the last 6 months that we were preparing for this, it changed trajectory for entire GIS division, where we have within this contract under ARM and RSS, we have every single labor classification distinguished with increase by 25 to 30%. And we added labor classification that are finally identified within the PG&E space, and we can create a proposal that actually align with those labor classifications. Beyond that, Devin, she's empathic. She's understand how the consultant needs to be supported. I had situations where Devin, out of her spread, pay for the consultants attending the conferences, making sure that we support them. The team morale is always high on every single project that she supports. She fights for those consultants. When we finish one project, we always ensure that we bring them on another one. And she, not only that, she has that mindset, and it helps me tremendously to align another stakeholder to bring those consultants so there's no gap in their employment. Definitely very compassionate person, deserve the best and all the recognitions that can be given to her. She's an example. She can train all the other account managers how to properly manage projects, how to manage contracts, how to manage consultants. She's always on top of her game, and I hope that she's gonna be selected as a Titan, because she is the Titan. She represents that from every single angle, and I would love to nominate her for Titan. Thank you.
When I think of what it means to be a Titan, my mind instantly goes to Devin, and it has for years since the inception of this award. Devin truly lives out our shared values in the workplace and outside of the workplace. I know this because not only is she my biggest partner here at work, but she's one of my best friends outside of work. And I can honestly say she truly embodies and lives out our shared values to the next level. She obviously has had massive success here. She's an 180K account manager plus. She's, continuously growing her portfolio. She's a household name when it comes to utilities, specifically PG&E. Hard work and high character. I mean, nobody works harder than Devin, hands down. She's responsible for motivating so many of us in the pro role, in the account manager role. She's mentored people. She's truly made our office and our company better at selling managed services. She goes above and beyond and has truly outworked everybody. It's actually insane, her work ethic. It should be studied. It's inspirational, and I'm so lucky to learn from her every day and to be motivated by her. But beyond that, I mean, her, care and love for not only her coworkers and her clients, but her consultants, it is something that sets her apart. I can't tell you how many instances I've gotten a ping from Devin that she had, a conversation with one of our consultants and found out about something that they're struggling with personally, and she wants to make an impact, and we game plan on how we can, drive some sort of solution for this person. That's unusual. It's unusual in general, and it's even more unusual for an account manager that's at 180K in spread, to truly take the time to know and care about each and every consultant. It's really remarkable. She fights for all of her consultants. There have been so many times that she's been put in really tough situations, and she's just dug her heels in and looked for a solution and saved people jobs, helped redeploy them to other programs, at no, gain to her, just truly because she cares. I could go on and on about all of the things that she's done, but at the end of the day, it just comes down to she's like the perfect mix of complete selflessness and competitive drive. She somehow marries those and is able to be the most high character, honest, but also cutthroat and hardest worker. And it's beautiful to watch. I truly don't know anybody that deserves more recognition than Devin. I could scream it from the rooftops. She is a Titan. She's so much more than a Titan. And I know that all of us in San Francisco, and honestly anybody that's been touched by her across the company, would say the same. We are so lucky to be in the presence of Devin Madsen, and she so deserves this recognition.